Hi, welcome to another video by PrepB. So this particular video is about filling up the form of SPJam. There are already a lot of videos in market that will give you a step-by-step guideline of how to fill SPJam form. And in this particular video, we won't be talking about that what would be the step-by-step guideline to fill the form. There are a few hygiene factors that we have analyzed is missing in those videos, and we would be covering those factors that can create somewhat impact in your form for SPJam, right? So before going ahead with those technicalities, I would like to cover up few hygiene factors. Firstly, whenever you would be filling a form for SPGen, there would be two programs that you might have to choose upon. One would be PGDM, second would be PGDM BM. So what is the difference? Simply stating, in PGDM, the specialization that you would want to pursue in college would be decided before you join the college, and you would be selecting that in your form as well, right? And for PGDM BM, it is like any other MBA program where you would be joining your program, though your interest would be demanded in the form, but it won't be said that you have to pursue this particular specialization once you enter the B school. You will get given an open opportunity to study for 1 year, and probably in the second year you would be deciding upon which specialization you would want to go ahead with, right? So the four specialization remains common in PGDM and PGDM BM, that are finance, marketing, operations and supply chain management, and information management and analytics. So these are the four major domains that would be offered by SPJAN. But again, the difference is that in PGDM, the domain has to be selected while filling up the form, and that would be permanent throughout your MBA journey. While in PGDM BM, it is somewhat a general course at the initiation of the process, and then you might have to select upon which domain you would go ahead with. All right. So now coming up to the technicalities. When you fill the form in PGDM, you have to select your specialization, and they will also give you options that why you are picking up this particular specialization. You would have to select upon those particular options. It could be that that particular specialization is related to by your work ex or by your education or by your interest, etc. So there are four options as per my knowledge, and you have to select among those four options. Same goes for your second preference for the PGDM course. But when it comes to PGDM BM course, they will ask you what is your interest or which domain does your interest lies in. And then they will give you a 50 words limit to write upon why that particular domain is your interest, right? So in that particular thing, you would have to write 50 words, and please make sure that if you are filling form for both PGDM and BM, then the first preference in PGDM should be your first preference in PGDM BM also. Otherwise, it would showcase a misalignment between your interest areas, right? Also, when you are given 50 words, please try to align them with what SPJAN is seeking, as they have already given options among either the domain could be related to your work experience, or it could be related to your educational background, or any key interest areas that you would have developed through different experiences. So please structure your answer in a manner that where you clearly state what is the reason and how that particular thing can help you out in your journey ahead, right? So firstly, you would state that your experience could be in that particular domain. You would have studied those subjects, and now you would want to have a practical exposure, etc., etc. A basic answer that we would write for choosing any particular domain, right? So this is the basic thing that others would also have summed up in their videos. But now coming to the most important in the technical part, and that is somewhat ignored by many of the video makers on SPJAN form filling. So what are these things? While you would be filling your achievement section, there are three key areas that needs to be filled upon. First area is versatility, second area is academic achievement, and third area is probably a time where you have showcased certain responsibilities, or where you have somewhat shouldered upon certain responsibilities, right? So now I would talk upon how you have to fill this area, because as you know that SPJAN takes their form very seriously, and they somewhat give profile based selection or shortlist, I should say, right? So that is why each and every word that you mention in your form is very, very important. Starting with academic achievement thing. So you can write any academic achievements if you have scored a very good percentages, you have been into top percentilers of your match, you have been student of the year, you have won certain Olympiads, or in your undergrad you have published certain research paper by your projects, etc., etc. Anything related to your accounts, you can mention it over here. That you can do. But in the 200 character part, how you should write that in a very short word limit, how should you portray that so that it can create a best impact, I think. So you can basically use a framework called CAR, CAR, that is around context, action, and result. Now, how you can use this, I give you an example. For example, take example of a person who has done a very good BTech project, and that project also got published. So how it can be written is that built solar power drone prototype, setting up the context, not talking about the action. Action would be implemented design in college lab and got the research paper published. Now also you can mention the result. Selected second out of the 600 teams out of my college. So this is how you can use the CAR framework in this particular area. And similarly, you can use this framework in all the other aspects of academic achievement. Why it is important is that because you are talking about the context, you are also talking about what were the actions that you take, and also about the results. So in total, you are covering each and everything that you should cover, but by using framework, we are just making sure that there is nothing important that is being missing. This is the only reason we suggest to use frameworks. It ensures that there is nothing important that is missed out of your answer, and in very short and crisp manner, you can create equivalent impact. All right, coming to the second part, that is about versatility. So in versatility, the framework that you can use is AIL: action, impact, and learning. Whenever you talk about any experience of your life, learning is something that should be mentioned, and it is very important, and that showcases that are you a person who just do or get engaged in random events, or are you a person who also seeks learning out of the experiences you entail. All right, so I give you an example for this as well. Led university team to championship, introduced new drills in that particular event, and strengthened the team cohesion and leadership. So by this, you are talking about the action that you did, the impact you created, and the learning. That was, you have strengthened the team cohesion and leadership quality into you. This will showcase your strengths that you have developed across your different experiences you have. Now in versatility, what I would suggest you is that please mention different experiences or different achievements. Mention experiences from your volunteering part, from your extracurriculars, from your co-curriculars, sports, music, dance, everything that you can talk about. Please focus on the keyword versatile. So the more experiences you share, the more versatile you would be portrayed in front of the panelists. So make sure that you try to mention different experiences. What if you don't have different experiences? For example, there is a martial arts player who has achieved a lot in martial arts but have not done a lot of other things apart from that. No worries, whatever you have done you can't change. So whatever you have done, just mention that. If you don't have anything to mention, don't worry about that. Now what should be done? You can't do anything, to be honest. So whatever you have, just think hard, brainstorm, and try to figure out what are the things that you can mention, instead of worrying about the things you have not done or you should have done and now does not exist in your experiences, right? So last thing that I would want to talk about is responsibilities shouldered. This particular part is divided into two parts. One is the personal thing and second is the professional part. In both the things, you can use the framework SOAR, that is SOAR, which is formulated as situation, obstacle, action, and result. Now, it is very important to use this framework because it talks about the obstacle. Why obstacle should be mentioned? Because then it will make sure that there was an obstacle, there was a challenge, and then you pitched in and then you took certain responsibilities, right? So it would make complete sense why you were the right person and how did you came up with the right solution to whatever obstacle or challenge came up. I give you one example for each. So for personal, what we can be done is that ha- uh, when my mother was hospitalized during exam, I managed my home and academics, set daily plans, and maintain 96% or XYZ percentage of grades. So this is a responsibility that I shouldered at a personal level. You can take any example. This is just an example to tell you how SOAR framework will work. So situation here was, uh, my mother was not well and she was hospitalized during my exams. Obstacle was that this is the only thing that you have to manage your home and academics parallelly, right? Then the action was you set up a daily plan and you followed that particular plan, and as a result you maintained a 96%, or I should say good academics throughout, right? Coming to the professional part, you can use the same framework. Giving you an example, situation could be, as intern project lead, the obstacle could be client faced shipment delays, right? The action would be you created a rapid coordination plan so that the things could be streamlined, and the result was restored 90% on time deliveries. This was just an example. You can take any example from your experience. If you don't have any experience in your work experience, you would have done certain internships. Please talk about those internships, right? If you have done any internship, any key projects, any life projects, mention experiences from that part also. So what I was trying to say is that if you use these frameworks, everything important would be covered up, and these frameworks will make sure that whatever needs to be communicated is communicated well by you, right? Instead of writing generic statements, it is good to structure your statement well and create an impact. All right. So this was all from my side. These were certain topics that need to be covered before you fill SPGen form. Basic guidelines are given by the college itself on their website, and certain YouTube videos I have also covered though. So my agenda for this particular video was to pitch in something different that I felt was very much important and was not covered by most of the videos that are already streaming on YouTube. Right. So all the best for your CAT journey, all the best for your CAT. And if you have any doubt regarding form filling, you can join our Telegram community. The link would be given in the description. There is a very much active community where we, our team and the students are communicating on a daily basis. We are pitching in their doubts, we are solving their doubts, and we are also having SOP review session in upcoming days. So if you want to have a free SOP review session, you can probably join that community, and that community is something right for you. Thank you.